everybody, and welcome back to the Skullus Cast.
What'd you call me?
What?
What'd you call me?
Oh, the one who just
Did
spoke
you
is
hear-
Gage.
Are you sure?
We also have Todd. And
I feel
Sean.
like we need to get really good at imitating each other's voices.
You know.
Okay,
too much
I don't
effort.
feel like that's something that's going to happen realistically.
and Kenzie. Hooray! That's everybody.
Is it?
Yes. I'm
Sure.
Xander, and I'm DMing this session.
Uh,
Pathfinder, Dungeons. Let's go.
Oh, hey Gage.
boss.
Random question. What's the friggin' feat that allows you to do attacks when you intimidate people?
Attack when you intimidate?
Yeah. You know, you get a
yeah, hold
success. Yeah.
There's
Anyway,
dog there and
That is not
everything.
it. There's like two different feats that I needed for that combo.
Yeah, the thing is, one of them is something that's built into swashbucklers, which is why I'm asking.
You want that one?
Alright, I should probably be recording too,
Yeah.
just to be sure.
Anyway,
Oh, I've been reading that wrong. Oh well.
so
Fuck.
you guys. Oh, some time have passed since the first mission, when you guys are handed another mission.
Oh boy, what's this mission?
Well, if you guys want to accept this one, village has been losing its night patrolman. They want you to go figure out what the fuck's going on.
I mean, alright.
Yeah. They can't all be fighting dragons.
Oh, they can.
Well, not all of them. Somebody has to deal with fucking goblins.
I mean, I don't know. The dragon's a little bit more intimidating than a goblin.
You ever met a dragon goblin?
I don't think such a thing
What?
exists.
All that means is no.
I really shouldn't be talking to other adventurers when I'm this paranoid. Fuck.
Right, well, anyway, I guess we'll be on our way. Watch out for the spiders.
It's always the damn spiders.
Okay, you dicks.
No, seriously, it really is.
I know! Oh, I'm going to be watching out for webs for the rest of the week.
I just turn around and walk away.
I just zoned out.
Yeah. So
I
Kenzie,
could just imagine anytime there's no comments about entering a scene or anything like that, my character is just like has her chin draped over the top of Gage's head for whatever damn reason.
Are you even tall enough to get up that high?
Or are you in Fox?
Kitsune, man. I'm not sure it matters.
Yeah, something roll climb.
alright then.
Also, to be
I was
honest,
being asked something.
since my
Oh, no, you were being told something.
I was being told.
So, your
I don't think
weapon.
we got there. Oh, yes?
Yeah, the ancestral blades count as silvered and magical for the purposes of dealing damage.
Silver and magical.
Yep. Yeah, that's basically the only bonuses it'll give to you, since you're not of the bloodline that it's tied to. But, you know,
Okay, I don't even know how to write in the stats for this thing at this point.
and
I mean,
also, what's its enhancement plus?
no, it's a normal weapon. It just counts as.
Oh, okay.
The correct answer to that question is try.
Try. Oh, thank you.
That is definitely not correct, by the way.
So, you know, road happens. And there's
Oh,
a
no, a
village in
road.
the distance.
What does it look like?
Kind of shitty wood huts. A few mud brick wall old ones.
Amazing.
Okay, so
It's
back to the sword. Do I write in anything special for it, or is it just normal until I stab somebody?
It's also silvered and
It
magical.
only
What
counts
does
for
that do,
it,
though?
it overcomes damage
Uh,
reduction to creatures that are weak to silver and magic.
Yeah.
it lets you hit ghosts.
Okay.
Not reliably, but it lets you hit ghosts.
More reliably than everybody else, except Gage.
I'm
Because
just gonna put can hit ghosts as a little hint here. That should help.
And werewolves.
it deals
Or,
extra damage
or-
to monsters with silver weakness.
I mean, you could make it easier to yourself and just write S&M right next to your weapon.
Oh yeah, that's gonna make it real
Oh
easy.
yeah, that's totally helpful.
Not confusing at all.
So, you're coming up on the village. It's certainly a village.
Oh man, I thought it was a town.
Eh.
Well, shit.
What a twist.
Okay, apparently I can't stab anybody. It's slashing.
Not that attitude.
You can stab somebody. It's not as effective.
If I were using it, I would be able to stab people.
Well,
Please
that's
tell
nice.
me that your character is actually doing shit like that. Like, hey, if I had that weapon,
I
Hey, Sean. With the rules
I'm
of the
not-
Swashbuckler, please tell me you can stab people with a hammer.
no.
Aw.
Not dedicated enough then.
what, you can't stab somebody with a brick?
Yeah, not only that, but actually the entire reason I can stab somebody with that cutlass is because I was told that cutlass is treated as a scimitar.
Yeah.
And scimitars are
Curved
I
swords.
have a special set of feats that allow me to treat scimitars as piercing weapons.
Specifically scimitars?
Yes.
Alright then.
Alright, so I don't get any kind of attack bonus or damage bonus, just
No.
okay.
No.
Cool, then I'm done.
Yeah, you're not the correct bloodline for that to give you weird bonuses.
That's fine.
Sounds like it's time for a blood transfusion.
I was gonna say it's time for a blood test and just start handing it to random people and slapping them and it does nothing.
Alright. Well, you're up at the village. Are you going to do anything? Talk to anyone?
Well, certainly I'm going to be asking around, seeing if anybody saw anything, or if anybody knew these night guards, what they were doing, etc.
Okay, a old woman says,
Oh, what does she look like?
Elderly plainswoman. Just,
Plainswoman?
yep, you're out in the plains, in basically the steppe area.
Okay, so not plane of force?
No. No, not that kind of plane.
The terrain kind, not the dimension kind.
Does she have wings?
No.
Okay.
No, she's bog standard human. No, she points you towards one of the larger houses, and says that the village chief lives there, and she can probably tell you more about it. Now, beyond that, you hear her talk about how the night guard, died during the night. Now, his throat was cut, and he was stabbed in the chest.
I was told they were going missing. They know exactly where they are.
Dead.
Was this stab wound the sort of thing that would be caused by a dagger?
She wouldn't know. The bodies are in the. He points over in a direction over in the cairn there. You want to examine them?
I know that you said cairn.
Yeah.
But my brain for a split second heard that as Karen, and it's over in the Karen over there.
Why would you let her take it?
I'm more concerned that it's in the Karen. Anyway,
Excuse me,
I'm not
Miss.
sure
no
what it
stopping
is
the Karen.
anymore.
Seems like this village is a cannibal.
uh,
The whole thing, one cannibal.
She says that also food has been going missing. Which is why they were posting night guards, is because someone was stealing their food, and, well, now the night guard's dead, so...
Time to post more high-octane night guards. Don't ask what that means.
Where does one get a high octane night guard?
You're looking at him.
Yeah, from
Okay.
the adventurers.
So I asked the old woman if this is a nightly occurrence.
No, it doesn't happen every night. In fact, sometimes it goes weeks. Once it went a whole month between incidents. They didn't really think much of it. Probably just, wild dogs or something breaking in. Maybe a vagrant. Cultists come out this way occasionally, so maybe one of them is living nearby, but usually things like that wouldn't kill a guard like how he was killed. She's said the way she says how he was killed. She's not. She doesn't want to talk about that anymore, and she kind of waddles off.
I cast detect evil on her.
I was just gonna guess that one of the guards was her husband, and he's dead, so she's really upset.
Well, I mean, she was about to describe how cultists murdered people, and we have a pretty good idea.
So, what do you do next? You guys were given directions to the
go to
village
the
chief.
chieftain.
Okay.
I follow Gage. Seems
I'm
like a
going
good
to examine
default.
some bodies.
Okay. Two people are heading
Not
to the
because
village.
I'm into that, just because it needs to be done.
Two people are heading to the village chief. One person is heading to the bodies. I believe it is Sean. What are you doing?
Sticking to Gage, unless otherwise stated, you can assume that my character is either next to Gage or sticking to Gage like some sort of stupid leech.
A fluffy leech.
Yep.
I'm just gonna follow Gage around as a fox for now.
It's funny to me that Adrian has a harem.
I still don't understand how this happened.
He didn't do anything, he just exists.
The stupid paladin. I mean, ain't that the story of this? Ain't that just the story
Yes,
of
your
all?
tails are quite fluffy, but I don't understand what that has to do with the task at hand.
Meow.
Anyway,
I mean, you're probably not a hero, but probably.
I doubt Adrian's that dense. Anyway, the village chieftain is in her, if you want to be generous, you call it a house. If you don't, it's a hut.
Is there a door?
Not as such. There's a curtain.
There's a doorway.
Yes, there's a doorway.
I just kind of sit there for a moment like there's nothing to knock on.
There's a wall.
So I just kind of shout, "Hello, is anyone in there?"
Goes to knock on wall. Wall shatters.
That's what I'd like to avoid.
Yeah. Come in, please.
Well, I walk in.
There's a young man cooking and a much older woman, and shuffling through, sheets of something or other.
Do I have to
Tablets.
crouch down to get into this hut?
Yeah, probably. She looks up. Adventurers?
Oh, what gave it away?
the clanking.
You'd possibly be correct. Anyways, we're here to investigate the missing, just air quotes, nice guards.
I didn't say they were missing. I said they were dead.
Yeah, we got told they were missing. But anyway, we're here to investigate that.
Oh. I'll tell you all I know. She stands up. Well, we've been having food go missing for months, but always thought it was some vagabond or maybe a cultist. They come out this way sometimes. Well, eventually it started getting worse, and so we put out a guard. We found him brutalized in the morning, so we put out 2 guards. As we sent a messenger to the nearest adventurer's lodge to get you here. We found them again brutalized. Their throats were slashed, bodies stabbed over and over again. It was not. It's stomach turning. Whatever did this was taking pleasure in the harming. So Todd, you walk into the cairn. It's pretty standard burial thing for the region. There's a big circular pit in the middle of the room from which you can summon the spirits of the dead to speak with them, or at least a priest could. And there's, large, wrapped up body. There's wrapped up bodies along the walls.
Are there any staff?
There is one young man who is currently tending to, a bunch of urns and whatnot, dusting them off.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
I'm an adventurer come to investigate
yes. Come, follow. He leads you
Okay.
over to a section, pulls out a large pot, and then 2 wrapped up bodies. Yep, here they are, all 3 of them.
Would it be all right if I examined their wounds?
Yeah, he starts unwrapping, and yeah, they're brutalized. He opens the pot, and the one in the pot was basically liquefied. Every bone was crushed. Every...
Okay, but crushed by what?
Give me a heal check, I think?
Hey, I'm trained in that.
Heal?
You're trying to determine what caused the wounds.
I suppose I'd have to take a look at that.
Yeah, to be fair, it's the same as any other thing I'd be able to roll, because I have no relevant skills.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm doing. That said, 10.
Something blunt.
It's a long pause.
Looks like a liquid.
Yeah, something blunt.
What do you guys think has been doing this?
Honestly, we don't know. Maybe cultists, they never saw it coming, so... He points at one body. Fufad here believes he saw something short running at him right before it happened, but he was drinking that night, so... Sorry.
Are the wounds predominantly on the lower half?
No, actually. They're predominantly on the upper half, but it does look like... he points at a wound. This was definitely caused by something going up at him.
That could just be an underhand swing.
Yeah, or it could be an underhand swing. He unwraps one of the bodies more. Yeah. Whatever it was, He points at the wounds, probably long claws, short dagger, something like that. Whatever it was, really, really wanted to give, mutilated the body. So, either completely enraged or sadistic as fuck. I'm thinking maybe cultists. But
Would they be likely to leave the body at all?
Depends on the cult. Some would take the body for whatever reason. Others would leave it to sow fear. Any fear cult would definitely leave it. It could be cultists, but I'm actually kind of doubting it. We haven't had any come through for the past 2 years. And the last one that did was a cult of. They were healers. They wouldn't do this.
A cult of healers.
Cult of healing.
Can you call healers a cult?
Yeah.
If you try.
Yeah.
I mean, if they have cult-like behavior, that
they definitely had cult-like behavior, but they were also healers. Really creepy ones.
They break into somebody's house and they wake up in the middle of the night, just them ritualistically casting Cure Light Wounds on them.
Yeah, something like that.
God, now I'm just remembering frickin' Fuel Rat's preemptive feeling.
Yeah. If your character has a skill that would, or a profession that would lead to it, I would let you roll that, but as you are now, yeah, you have no idea.
Just to let you know, I know it's a bit off topic, but preemptive refueling is the act of interdicting somebody, forcibly beating down their shields, and then forcibly feeding them fuel until they're full and leaving.
In Eve? Or not Eve?
In
Really
Elite
dangerous.
Dangerous, yes.
Okay.
So you just rip somebody out of Super Cruise, and as they're panicking, trying to run away, as you blast their shields, and all of a sudden their gas tank is full, and then it stops.
You hear incoming limpet drone, incoming limpet drone, incoming limpet drone, and then they leave. And you have like 1 to 2% hull loss, and it's like,
The fuck? Anyway,
and they prefer to do that to newbies because newbies are the most likely to screw up.
actually, Todd, do you have Dungeoneering?
Yeah, it's fair. Dungeoneering, especially in this world, would give you some knowledge of that.
Yeah, Dungeoneering is basically, if adventurers would typically have to deal with it, roll Dungeoneering. It will give you a lot. I'll also accept
No.
nature.
Ow.
You have to understand how poorly trained I was for this.
Oh no.
Exactly. I'm mostly here to ask the guy questions.
Yeah. He says it could be a band of goblins, but goblins don't work together well. We'd probably have found one of their bodies as, alongside. Could be kobolds, but they haven't been kobolds in these parts for decades. Sorry, I can't help you more. Starts wrapping the bodies back up. I mean, if you want to talk to them directly, I can do that. I have the ritual, but...
Oh, I doubt it would help. I'm sure you've already asked them everything that there is to be asked.
Oh, mostly, did you see anything, and is there anything, did you leave behind anything that you want to be either known or found? Answer was no and no.
And did you ask if they heard anything, or,
No.
Does that matter?
No, I didn't. basically, my questions were, do you know what killed you, and is there anything you want to have me deal with before it becomes a problem?
I'll see if one of my colleagues is better skilled at examining bodies.
All right, well, I'll be back. I'll be here.
Thank you for your help.
Of course. Ancestors bless you. And he goes back to cleaning, effectively.
I head over in the approximate direction of the chief's house.
All right. So, does anybody have any more questions for the chief, or?
I mean, not really.
Yeah.
I guess we're just going to be playing Night Guard for a little bit here.
Well, you meet up. I want to call you a Nafid, but you're not Nafid this game.
Haha.
You meet up with Taguchi.
So, are any of you skilled at examining bodies? Because, frankly, I'm not.
Yes, I am.
I wouldn't say I'm skilled, but I could at least take a look.
I have appraise, and that's about it.
How much are these bodies worth?
Well, actually, that could work because the Necromancer Guild would pay for corpses.
Yeah, but that's just how damaged they are, not by what.
Yeah.
Well then, this way. There's a helpful keeper of the corpses.
All right.
As you get back into the cairn, the gravekeeper perks up. Ah, you must be the rest of the adventurers.
What gave it away?
You clank when you walk.
Yeah, that happens.
It
So anyway, where are these bodies?
leads you over to two wrapped bodies in a pot.
Uh-huh.
Yep,
I look into the pot and cast heal check. That's a 24.
All the bones are crushed. It looks to most of it was probably done after the guy had already died. Looks like his skull probably was crushed first, and then the rest of his bones. Definitely not a sophisticated weapon. Something like a maul or a stone hammer. Definitely not a warhammer or,
I just look into the pot and go, I'm impressed you managed to get all this into the pot.
I'm good at my job.
Right. Well, that was definitely done by a blunt weapon.
Primitive blunt weapon, to be precise.
Right. Well, anyway, how about the stabbed bodies? Activate another heal check. That was a 27.
Deep lacerations all over the body. It looks like to have been done by short blades, probably made of rock, based off of some of the grit you are finding in the wounds. Stone blades or the occasional really shitty iron. Like you find rust on on a bone, scraped off on a bone.
Yeah, I'm going to be relaying this to the party.
Yeah.
So definitely very primitive individuals. It looks like they worked together. What it looks like is at least 3 assailants on one of them. Both of his hamstrings were cut simultaneously, and then his throat was slit.
Mm-hmm.
I would think kobolds, but they didn't cart off the body for food.
Well, there have been food thefts.
I suppose. In universe, do kobolds eat human corpses usually, or
Sometimes.
yeah?
Now, if they have enough food in the local area, they'll just typically brutalize the corpse and move on.
Desecrate the bodies.
Yeah, basically. In-universe kobolds are sadistic little fucks. So are goblins, but different flavors of sadistic.